Hey there, gamers. We've got a fun video today, a topic that I'm sure is going to be relevant to every single one of you if you've played a video game for any substantial amount of time. So, the topic today, and I don't know the least wordy way to say it, but it's basically, do you replay that classic game that you know and love inside and out, or do you play something new, something different, something you've never played before? I know a lot of people have annual playthroughs. I believe Josh Jepson would annually play through like Banjo-Kazooie. Myself, I used to play Super Mario 64 all the time, Ocarina of Time, Hat in Time. Some of those games I have replayed a ridiculous amount of times when there are still plenty of games in my collection that I've never even put in the console, let alone beat the first level of, right? So, the reason I want to do a video about this was maybe a year ago when I was kind of waffling around about making videos. I had this idea because I got Pokemon Diamond and I got Dragon Quest 8, both on the 3DS. So I was like, man, Platinum is my favorite Pokemon game, but it's been a minute since I've played it. Whereas Dragon Quest 8 is highly revered as one of the best Dragon Quest games of all time, and I had never played it. And I was in a 3DS kick, but you can only play one game at a time, right? So I had this ultimatum, this decision to make of which game do I want to play, and ultimately, interestingly enough, I did rotate between the two. I'd play Pokemon Platinum, I'd beat a gym or two, kind of get burned out of the grind, hop over to Dragon Quest 8, play through that a good bit, flop back over. Eventually, I decided that I was just going to stick with Dragon Quest 8. Now, that only lasted while I was in my 3DS kick. I've gone on to be like on a Switch kick, a PS2 kick, a GameCube kick, right? So it kind of rotates with consoles too, but it put this idea in my head, and I was like, well, I can't be the only gamer who's had to make this decision. Do I replay a classic that I just know and I love, and it's, you know, what I call comfort gaming, like comfort food? You know, do you splurge for the ice cream? You're looking at the ice creams, right? Which flavor do you want? You're going to pick the one that's guaranteed to get you in a good mood, right? And for a lot of the times, that's what I would do. I mean, time on Earth is finite, so that's kind of what gives this question any kind of like consequential weight, is that time is finite. So, you know, you want to play something that you know you're going to enjoy. How many times have you popped in a game, you've played it for an hour or two, and you're like, man, I'm just not having fun. I'm trying to push on, I'm trying to beat this level or this boss, but man, this is just not fun. I could be playing Super Mario 64, I know, having fun. And that's kind of a tiebreaker for me in a lot of ways. Sometimes if it's a busy week or I got stuff coming up on the weekend, sometimes I'll just pop in a game that I know I'm going to enjoy. There's no real wondering like, oh man, am I going to enjoy this game? Now, of course, Dragon Quest 8 and Pokemon Platinum are both great games, so there was really no risk involved. It was just the matter of getting both these games so close together and wanting to play both of them that made it such an interesting topic to me of, you know, which one do you play? And here on this channel, I mean, how many times have I streamed a Hat in Time when I could be playing something else? A lot of the times I feel kind of disassociated with other gamers. What is that game? Helldivers, I think is what it's called. I've never even seen gameplay footage of it because I'm too busy over here playing the same 5 games over and over. And people at work are too busy talking about, you know, the Elden Ring DLC or Helldivers or what have you, whatever the latest game is. And, you know, I'm just a sucker for replaying games that I've already played 100 times. You know, part of the appeal of Tryout Thursday was trying out new games, and that's something I need to bring back, really, because, yeah, you know, right now I'm playing Donkey Kong 64, which is a game that I played to death as a kid, right? It's not a new experience for me. I haven't played it much as an adult, but I'm enjoying my time with it now. So yeah, this is probably the part where I turn it over to you guys and ask you guys, what kind of gamer are you? Because my buddy, so my buddy has this, I guess this is the last anecdotal story we'll tell for this video, but I have this buddy at work who has a play group on Discord, and they will get married to games like Destiny or WoW. So don't get me wrong, they will put hundreds of years, into games. But he's got like a subsect of those friends that are playing a new game almost every week. And he talks about how expensive it is trying to keep up with them because they're playing a new game every week. And that's just nothing that I've never been a part of that culture. The closest thing, and it's not the same, but my cousin, when we were kids, he would buy a lot of Xbox 360 digital games, and so when he'd come down, we would play a lot of games that were saved onto his Xbox. But for me, if I was playing with him, I was playing Borderlands or Call of Duty. Those are probably my main two online multiplayer games at the time. But I always was like, man, it would be cool to be able to just get a new game each week, kind of like that. But my buddy has said, how hard it is to keep up with his friends and how they're always playing new games, and I'm just sitting here playing, Mario 64 for the 12th time, So yeah, this is where I turn it over to you guys. What kind of gamer are you? Are you replaying the same 4 games, or is there a game that you make an annual tradition of, like, okay, this was my childhood game, or this game really, changed my life or whatever, so now I play it all the time. I tried to do it with BioShock for a few years there. I was replaying BioShock 1 or BioShock Infinite or whatever a couple different times because I really wanted to know those games like inside and out, where all the audio diaries were, where all the this and all the that's were, and the upgrade, like the power to the people and the little sisters and everything. But I kind of have gotten away from that. I would say right now there's not a game that I make a point to yearly play through. But there are certainly games that, if I know I only got 30 minutes, like, okay, I'm going to have a good time with a Hat in Time, so that's what I'll play for the next 30 minutes. So let me know, guys. Are you constantly playing something different? Do you have Game Pass or Steam and you're on those summer sales, or are you replaying the same games over and over? So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you are an annual gamer, or like someone who plays the same games over and over. Let me know what games you're addicted to. Like, I got another friend who says, their main game is like Stardew Valley. They could play that forever. And I'm sure some of you guys like Minecraft, you could play that forever. Or maybe even the younger people, Roblox has enough variety where you could sit there and play Roblox forever. So, yeah, let me know, guys, down below. What games are you currently playing? So, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out.